Listen. I'm excited. I'm excited tonight. One of the reasons that people don't become successful is not because they don't want it. It's not because they lack ambition. It's not because they lack the vision. It's not because they lack the resources. It's not because they lack the time. A lot of people don't become successful because they procrastinate. And the issue with procrastination is people overestimate the amount of time they have to get it done and their ability to get it done in that amount of time frame. And it always closes on them. And guess what happens? When the gate closes, lights out, procrastination kills a lot of people's dreams. A lot of people didn't become who they were supposed to because they procrastinate, and that stops them and stunts their growth, and they die half the person that they could have been and that they had the potential to be. Let's get it. Well, therapy. We're gonna talk about it tonight, y'all. Let's go. AKA Mr. 500. Let's go. Anything you want in this world is dependent on. Everybody wants to be wealthy. Everybody wants to get money, but why? I did 25 million the last 2 years. I come from nothing. You gotta move with urgency. You gotta take action. You gotta act. Some of y'all too scared to tell people, fuck you.
Ride big, ice big, nice crib. Wife big, started out just sweeping flows, now Fat Boy the CEO.
Everybody want to stand out. You can't be the same and be different. You'll never be the best in your industry if you do what everybody else doing. You know you got the mindset. You know you got the ambition. It's just you haven't got the fuck up. Either I'ma do this shit and execute, or I'ma fucking die.
The talk is wealth, and them dripping sauce. This time we do for self.
I never knew getting money would affect me mentally.
How many of you guys want to be multi-millionaires and create a legacy and a brand? We ain't in this for clout. We out here to get money. It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
It's my wealth therapy.
Yo, listen, we back tonight. Tonight is a special episode, just because I want to talk about procrastination, right? I know a lot of us deal with it. I've dealt with it. And it's like, yo, what do we got to do to overcome it, right? And I think it's something that it's like easier said than done. Just like do the work, right? And I think it's ask yourself like, yo, what is it that makes me procrastinate? Am I a perfectionist, right? Like for me, I'm gonna give an example, y'all. Like y'all see tonight, I'm here, we live. I'm tired. It's been a long week. I had a masterclass train on Sunday. What I had to do Monday? I don't know what I had going on Monday. Something going on Monday. Tuesday last night, I had a 4-hour coaching call. But then in the meantime, in the interim, I'm building out. We got a big event this weekend, so I'm dealing with everything for the event. So I'm setting up everything, making sure everything is done right. You know, locking in all my speakers and doing everything. And what happened is that I did this event in a few weeks, about 2 or 3 weeks. I put this event together, and I say that to say, right? Y'all gonna say I'm comfortable tonight. We gonna talk. We in here tonight. I put this event together in a few weeks, and so we've been putting everything together, getting flyers, getting everything made, locking everything in. Last night, then I end up still having my 1% mastermind call. I'm with them. We spent 4 hours building, right? And get up today. Been in appointments since my eyes opened up. I've been on meetings, calls, Zooms. Had 3 Zoom call meetings today, 1 over the phone meeting. Meanwhile, still planning out everything for the event. And I got wealth therapy. I say that to say is that you can't wait. It don't matter. Your life is always going to be busy. It's going to be as busy as you make it. But you got to be able to enjoy the fact that your life is busy. Like, I enjoy the fact that my life is busy, right? I'm okay with it because I signed up for it, and now I'm accustomed to it. Like, I'm not accustomed to having empty days. I don't know what it feels like to wake up and have a day where I got nothing to do, right? But this started because I started eliminating the habit of procrastination. You should always have something to do. It should always be something productive, though, not just doing anything, right? Don't confuse. I would hate for people to confuse actions with movement, right? With forward movement. Like an action and movement not action and movement. Wait, let me rephrase that. I don't want you to confuse progress with movement, right? Movement can go any way. Progress is a difference. Progress is extending in the correct form, in the correct manner towards your desires, towards your goals, towards the end goal. That's making progress. A lot of people confuse movement with progress. I don't care if you wake up at 5 a.m. and you move all day and you don't accomplish nothing. I'll take a progressive 3 hour day, work day of execution over, oh yeah, I woke up, I was up and I just was up all day moving around. That doesn't matter. That does not mean it's progressive. We want to not procrastinate on the things that we're supposed to do, right? I'm supposed to start this business, this LLC, things that can help me get further. If you know you're supposed to start a business, if you know you're supposed to be marketing, if you know you're supposed to be um, going out, networking, building relationships, things that you know you're supposed to do to help you get closer to the life you say you desire, that you say you want, that you say you deserve, and you don't do it, then you lose, right? But how do you overcome it? Sometimes it's the way that we look at it, and it's the way that we track it. And that's one thing that I kind of want to focus on tonight because I had to deal with that, right? It'd be like, yo, I remember working 60 hours. And when I was on my downtime, I go to work 60 hours in a week. And I'm like, man, I'm putting in this work, like I'm making money. But I realized I was there over a year and realized I wasn't progressing. I was having movement, like I was doing things, but I wasn't progressing in life. I wasn't moving the needle closer to where I wanted to be. And the things that I was doing wasn't helping me move forward either. It was just helping me stay here. You just gonna stay on this line because this environment that you in, the conversations that you have, the people that you surround yourself with, the activities that you're involved with, does not help you become a better person. It helps you maintain being exactly who you are now. As long as you stay here, you'll be the same exact person. And that bothered me. I don't want to be the same person a year from now that I am today. I always want to do things that help me progress as a person, the way that I think, the relationships that I'm in, the value that I bring to situations, everything that I do in life, I want to progress. So I challenge you to look at it and change. Sometimes the scope of how we look at life is going, well, am I progressing in life, in business, in the development of who I want to be, right? But I had to work on that purposely. Yo, get into an environment that helps you become a better person. But don't wait. Don't wait and think, okay, I'm just going to do this for X amount of time. If you identify and know you need to do something, do it when you identify it. Guess what? It doesn't matter if you do it right. You always have the ability to correct and self reflect and try to fix it to become better. You always have that opportunity. You always have the opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Um, to become a better version of yourself, also become better at whatever it is that you do. Nobody's an expert when you first start, but only experts start and don't quit. That's the only difference between an expert and a rookie. An expert started and didn't quit. Mediocre people who fall by the wayside, who live average lives and do average things. Somebody told me today, I posted a video on my daughter playing on my daughter's hoverboard because I wanted to pass a message for wealth therapy. I said, yo, a lot of people procrastinate and they take too long to make a decision. Somebody said, oh man, it's a flex. And I said, it's not a flex. This is my life. This is how I live. This is how we can live as people if we execute, if we work, if we realize, become a better person. Becoming a better person is not, oh man, you just be nice and have a good heart. No, sometimes some of y'all need to be meaner. Like you're too mean and you don't procrastinate. You get distracted and pulled in too many different directions. You know you're supposed to do things, but you allow distractions to play a part in your life. And the distraction isn't just, oh yeah, you spend too much time on social media. No, a distraction is sometimes the people that get you involved in stupid ideas. You like, yo, I know we should be doing real estate or investing in real estate, and you go do something stupid. Oh man, let's go to the club and you spend that money you're supposed to save getting drunk. Right? Think about it. And I say this, I only say it from example because I got pictures with bottles in the club and my life wasn't where it's supposed to be. I was going out buying things that I shouldn't buy, and my life wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I wasn't on a track making progress on a track that I should have been making progress on in life. So when I look back on it now, if I talk to you about it and be honest, it's like, hey, you have to make a decision and realize that you don't have that much time. You don't have time to you don't got everybody 10-year plan, 5-year plan. Realistically, I didn't start looking at like making 3 to 5 year plans until I learned how to execute my weekly plans and my weekly goals and my monthly goals. Now I'm realistically on yearlies, 2 years out, right? I'm not going past that. I'm still not to a 5 year yet. Why? I still have to overcome a lot of procrastination. I can't say I'm gonna do this 10 years from 5 years from now. And no, because I won't do what I'm supposed to do now. Oh yeah, I got 5 years to get to that goal. Okay, well then I got to break it down into like me, I have to micro break it down. Like, okay, this is the 5 year goal, but this is what it looks like in 2, 3. And for me, I'm just being 100% honest. I get to a point where I'm like, man, I ain't. That's trying to break it all the way down. I'd be too far out. Now 2 years, okay, I got it. I'm at a point where I can look out and plan out for 2 years. I'm one of the ones that got to plan out for the month, 2, 3 months. That was my starting point. Was I used to have to kill a week, 2 weeks. Yo, this is what you got to do. This is what your outcome needs to be. These are things I started learning how to conquer 2 weeks and saying, okay, once I know I can operate in these weekly spans, I'm not worried about what my week is going to look like. I need to figure out what my month's going to look like. Now I can figure out what, like, yo, the next 6 months, okay, this is what we got to do. Okay, I know I'm not going to procrastinate. I know what I got to do. Let's work. But I literally had to build out plans for that. So I challenge you to say, like, yo, it's things that you want to do, is people, it's a person that you want to be that you can't procrastinate. Listen, everybody deals with procrastination and you pay for it later, right? You pay for it later. Whether I like it or not, I had to get surgery to lose weight because I procrastinated on my health and doing the right choices, making the right choices, thinking that, oh, I'm going to work out a little bit. When I was 240 pounds, knowing I should be 220, I procrastinated. I ended up being 260, procrastinating, 280, procrastinating, 300, procrastinating, 320, procrastinating. And what happens is with that procrastination, I started just becoming a bullshitter when it came to this. I became a piece of shit in my health journey and taking care of myself personally. I personally became a piece of shit. And I did not execute like I was supposed to, had to go get a weight loss surgery. And it's my fault because I procrastinated when I knew at 240 what I was supposed to do. I knew at 260 what needed to happen. It waited till I get to 340, 360, and my life starts getting in danger. And now it's a pressure. Now I have to make a drastic change and go do something that I could have eliminated 2, 3 years ago by implementing something in my life that I knew I was supposed to implement. Nobody's above the procrastination. But then you get to a drastic point where it cost me money. Not only did it cost me money to go do it, it cost me downtime. Doing that cost me mental clarity, almost like a year of getting my mind right back right, operations back right, being able to really focus all the way back in. It's cost me a lot because of procrastination. Now it's like, oh man, you look amazing. That's cool. I could have already looked like this. I was 220 2 years back. I allowed myself to get there because I procrastinated. So I tell you, like in life, I did it with my weight. See, I didn't do it when it came to money. I chased the money. Oh, I'm gonna execute. I'm gonna do it like that. So it's different points in our life where we're strong at. Some of you guys are real strong-willed, maybe when it comes to your health or when it comes to your family and when it comes to being loyal and dedicated to it. But it's like, yo, what part of your life is it that you're missing on, that you're not being dedicated to, that you're not, executing how you're supposed to when you're supposed to? Like, what part of your life that you're not happy with? Some people are financially okay, right? Some of you guys financially like, nah, financially I'm okay. Well, what in your life is it that you're procrastinating on? Don't think that it's anything. Don't think that, oh man, if I got money, everything else is fine. It's not. There's always a point where something in life that could be better where we procrastinate. It's human nature where it's like, oh, I got time. And then the window runs out and it's like, oh, okay, I don't got time. And so I just say tonight that I want to have that conversation where it's, hey, how do I not procrastinate? And it's like looking, don't think you have more time than you do. Like Neo loved to say, success loves speed, right? And I think sometimes that it's a lot of messages and a lot of hidden messages and points in there that can be taken and applied to different aspects of life. Success loves speed is not, oh yeah, you'll be successful, just do it fast. You got to do it fast. It's what happens is that you got to be quick to make a decision in your life. And it's not just about money. It's in life. Make a decision of what you want and just work towards it immediately. Don't wait. You say this is what I'm gonna do, just do it now. Oh man, it doesn't look how I want it to look. That's fine, but it looks better than it looks if you don't have a look at all. It just is what it is. I ain't got a fresh haircut because I got an event this weekend. I'm still here. I ain't got my starstruck on. Notice, I'm rushing. Literally got had a 7 o'clock meeting with restaurant owners, right? Um, Restaurant owners, 7 o'clock meeting, setting everything up. Literally just did it. If you notice, I don't have my starstruck clothes on. I don't have cologne, but I had to get it done. Is it better to get it done? And now, guess what? I got my conversation with y'all. I'm able to sit here, think. This is really therapeutic for me because I get to sit and talk and think about like regular life and look back and reflect on things. Like I had no idea I was going to talk about, how my weight was part of my procrastination. Like I just really get to reflect when I talk to you guys, and this helps me. Don't think like I hope this helped y'all. I hope this like I know I connect with so many people on this, but it helps me allow me to get my brain, my thoughts out, and sometimes my viewpoints. And with me talking, I realize things within myself and about myself, making examples and just really honestly thinking and sharing my expertise and not expertise, but sharing my life and sharing my journey, right? Or saying talking about business, I'm telling you about credit, or we just here to talk and build together. And what's so important about it is that I know I was once a person who just with procrastination. Still till today, I drag certain things when it's like your meeting times. Okay, I know when I gotta be there. Okay, I'm always trying to time it. How much time do I got? Like going to the airport, right? You know, Alex is one of my friends who does not procrastinate when we got things to do, right? I can't speak whole life. I don't know, right? I know it's some shit he drag his feet on. Shit, cook him. But when we gotta go to that airport, oh no, he early. He the one that's an hour and a half, 2 hours early. Like if you get to the airport, Alex is already at the gate. You're not beating him there. He's there. When it comes time to us doing conferences, Alex, when we do Circle CO conference, Alex's presentation is ready 45 days in advance. He already know what he's gonna talk about, and he's practicing it. The slides is built, everything. Me and Neo, the day of, we still going, okay, what are we gonna do? I hands down, Neo had the biggest speech of his life at ClickFunnels. The night before, in the morning of, we're in a hotel room putting it together. Procrastination. Why? Because you think you got more time and you say, okay, I'm gonna do it the day this many times, and you end up running down to the wire. So sometimes we can get over bombarded with things in life, and we learn how to operate in procrastination. And one thing in the conversation that we had was, in that moment, I told him, I said, hey, if this was done a week ago, this may still have been one of your best. Was one of your best performances, but if it was done a week ago, it has the potential to be one of the greatest performances that this stage probably ever will see. If it maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks early, because then you could have improved on it. But to go in and operate great, still be one of the best speakers and finish a day before, that's amazing. But imagine how great it could have been if it was done 3 weeks early and you then improved on it and was able to practice it. No matter how good you are, sometimes we still face procrastination. Some of us just learn how to kind of manage and maneuver in it. With me and where I'm at now, I'm starting to like, yo, okay, I don't want to operate in procrastination and learn how to operate in that tight space in that window. I operate well in it, but I feel I can operate great out of it. How great would I be if I'm not operating in that tight capacity? So when we grow and we're growing and developing, like we got to be honest with ourselves. Like you got to be able to judge yourself and see what you do, who you are, weaknesses, strengths, and be able to fix them. So I wanted to talk about overcoming procrastination because I deal with so many people, but I see the people who flourish. Even like my coaching students, I see the ones who flourish and kill it. They don't wait. They don't wait. Last night in my mastermind, I told one of my students, I need you to do something and you're going to have to tell her. She was uncomfortable talking about money. She's like, I'm not really comfortable telling people the price. And I said, you got to tell people the price. Just if everybody knows what it costs, anytime you have a conversation, it's an easier conversation because you know what it costs already. The hidden conversation of then trying to work them into it, that makes it harder. She's like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, so just tell the price. She did it that night and tagged me. I reposted it to my story. Tagged me in the post. Whoop, right, put it right on the story. I said, put them on your story. Just throw it up quick. You just put it out there. Immediately, I looked at that and I said, she's going to win because I'm coaching her on something and she's not waiting to see. She's not questioning. She executed. She's going to win. These are things and qualities of people who win. If somebody tells you something that works and what you should do and things that you need to do and we working towards something, you don't wait and procrastination kills everything. You don't have time. You think you have time, you don't have time. The only thing permanent in life is death. Name something you can't fix. Name something you can't repair or rebuild or redo. In life, you got second opportunities. It's other chances. It's other things that come about. Life doesn't end till life ends. And I just hate that. Like I see people with so much potential and they go, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I be looking like, damn, bro, like you had ideas, you had goals, you had ambitions years ago when we was coming up, but you just never do shit. You never get busy. You never get in your bag. You don't never get in your bag. What camera I'm on, Turk? I wanna talk. What camera I'm on? You're number 2. Is that this one here? Yeah. I'm straight ahead. You're straight ahead. Listen, there's so many people that I grew up with, that I had conversations with, that I built business relationships with on the come up that had amazing ideas, but they procrastinated. They didn't execute. They didn't go get active. They didn't take action and they fucked up the bag and they're not in a position they in and they give me compliments and I get offended by their compliments because they had better ideas than me. They had the same amount of goals and opportunities. I mean, they had the same opportunities I did, but we ain't in the same place. And it's a slap in my face to stand next to me and I know what potential you have, but you procrastinated and you didn't go execute. That shit hurts worse than anything because I see the lost potential. I see the lost opportunities. I challenge you to not procrastinate. If you say you want to do something and you got an idea or you know what you're supposed to do it ASAP. Guess what? I'd rather help you fix something that didn't go right than build something by myself because you won't help and you haven't contributed to it. That's one of the worst things that you can do, y'all. Like put somebody like, yo, man, I want to do all of these things, but you haven't taken action. Why? Because you're like, oh, I need an investor. How many of y'all got a bright idea and you've been waiting on the investor? I just need somebody to put some money behind it and you ain't waiting to fix your credit and got everything ready and probably could have funded it and paid for it yourself. People's favorite thing is, man, I just need somebody to invest in my dreams. And it's like, yo, you don't need nobody to invest in your dreams. You're procrastinating on being financially responsible. You know you need to be financially responsible. Be like, yeah, how much to invest? Man, I need like 25,000. I'd be like, yeah, that's a fucking joke. That shows that you procrastinate. You need $25,000 to start a business that can make you millions, right? Because people ask me all the time, yo, man, this will make us millions. I just need. And it's like, yo, well, what all do you need? 25,000. Or I don't got an audience. Oh, you can buy an audience. You can buy an audience. You could pay for advertisement. You could pay for marketing. You could pay for joint ventures. You could pay influencers to get in front of their audience. Or you could buy an audience. Audiences you can buy. You want to get in front of an audience? Just pay for it. Oh man, I ain't got the capital. I'm trying to really work on raising the capital. If I invest, I need some seed money. And it's like, you don't need seed money. You need to stop procrastinating. You know what you need to do. You just haven't did it. Oh yeah, I need some money. How much? $50,000. Oh, go get it from this bank. Oh, my credit ain't good. That's where you procrastinate at, because you need to fix that shit, and you didn't realize that today. Realize what roadblocks you have in your life, and realize, did you figure it out today? What's stopping you from becoming who you want to be, or things that hinder you in life, things that bother you in life? Let me know if that started today. Oh man, I got a bad relationship with my mom, or I got a bad relationship with my dad, and man, it just really bothered me. When did you identify that? When did you identify it? If you speak about it, when did you identify it? And if it's something that bothers you, then fix it. I don't know how. Figure it out. Figure out how to fix it. Take some kind of actionable step to fix it. But you procrastinate on it and you allow it to be a problem, because everything has a solution. Either eliminate it, act like it don't exist, and move on. And now don't use that as any kind of effect. Don't let it have no effect on you. Don't let it be a crutch, or any kind of reason why you're not where you're supposed to be. Or procrastination. You're waiting. You know what the problem is. You know what needs to be fixed, but you're waiting. You know what you need to do, but you're waiting. You know what relationships you need to be. Every single, hey, man, I'm supposed to be at the Grammys this year. And why you wasn't there? Man, I'm supposed to do this year. Why you didn't do it? Because I don't believe in myself. Ooh. I don't believe in myself. I don't feel like I'm worthy. I don't feel like I can really do it. I don't really think it's possible. Those are the real reasons why people procrastinate. They'll say, oh man, I thought I had more time, or I was waiting to get it right. The real reason most of the time would be like, yo, I don't feel like I'm worthy. Damn. And I say that because I felt that way. Sometimes you don't feel like you're worthy. Do I belong? Man, is this really is this made for me? I rode through my house today, showed my TV coming up out of the floor. Somebody said, man, you flexing. I'm living. I've seen this shit online. I've seen it. I've seen everything in the life people could live. Rolls Royces. I've seen it. At one point, I didn't know if it would be for me, or how long I can live. How can you really live that life? Man. But I just kept, I executed. I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna try it. And I just tried. And I tried. I tried. And I started getting closer and realizing, like, wait, flying first class used to be a flex. Now it's like almost like, yo, it's another way to fly. Besides, private. If we ain't private, it's almost I don't even want to say that. Damn, that's crazy. Like, flying first class is almost like, yo, like, embarrassing. I used to feel like trying to fly first class was a flex. And the reason I say embarrassing, like, I own jets and been on private jets and stuff like that. That's why I say embarrassing. I don't want to make it like, oh, no. But I'm saying, like, at one point, we like, yo, we wasn't even trying to get on planes. I remember one time, me and Neil, this is when I had my jet. We flew down. We was at somewhere, but we had to get, we went to a mastermind. And we didn't realize we had to get back. We left. We was like, yo, we can get out of here tonight instead of leaving the next day. And we had to catch Spirit from Tampa. We was in Tampa. We like, yo, it's an hour flight, bro. And we had to catch Spirit. Coach. I don't even think they got different classes. I don't know. But we laugh. We like, yo, it's crazy. But it's like, yo, that's a blessing because there's some people who can't afford a ticket to fly. It's people who don't get to experience traveling. They want to travel, they never travel because they procrastinate. And we're looking at things and it's like, yo, well, damn, how did I get here? And I'm just thinking like, yo, like you said you wanted the highest and the best out of life, that you wanted to live a great life. You wanted to experience the finest of 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 life. You wanted to exist in this area and you worked for it. And you kept trying to figure out, can I really get there? Can I really do this? And now I'm looking going, dang, you've grown a lot by not waiting. By not waiting, I've grown and developed a lot. And I realized, and thing is, I ain't satisfied. Like I know I ain't the top. I know I'm just scratching the surface. But it's like, oh man, it's amazing what you've been able to do. Yeah, when you come from certain environments, this does seem amazing. But when you start to operate in these environments, you start to realize what it takes. You start to realize what's needed, how often to work. When Magic Johnson said, man, the same time it takes to make 1 million is the same time it takes to make 100 million. Hmm. So the same time it takes to make 10,000, same time it takes to make 100,000. Got it. Same time it takes to make 100,000. Similar time to make 1 million. Okay. Take a little bit more time to make 10 million. I ain't going until you build it out right. But you learn. So for me, I'm learning it's not the amount of time that it takes to make the money, it's the amount of time it takes to learn how to operate in that capacity is what's my problem. I'm not learning how to operate in the atmosphere of people who make 100 million fast enough. That's why I ain't there yet. I have more work to do. So it's like try new things. This year you're gonna see me try new things. Wait, what is he? It's another level of occupancy. It's another, I mean, not occupancy, but another level of, yeah, occupancy, where I live, where my energy lives, where my attention lives. It has to live somewhere else for me to operate at the next level where I want to go. But I have to start living there now. I'm doing HBCU partnerships, scholarships, creating scholarship funds and things like that. Why? This is what the 100 million, this is what the billionaires they got all these funds and they do so many different things and good deeds. Yo, I wanna do that. These are things that you have to do. It's not just making money. It's what you do with the money. Be a benefit to other people. Then people be a benefit to you. I've learned how to be a benefit in business and teach people and help people grow financially and help people become millionaires. And they pay me and I make good money and I set up this education system and that's been amazing. But now it's like, okay, well, that's person to person benefit and that's amazing. It's amazing what I've been able to do within my community and with our community. But there's bigger contributions that you can make. There's bigger relationships that you can build and that you can be of service to, but you can't wait. You can't wait to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to it later. No, I'm partnering with HBCU. I'm going down there. I'm giving the kids. I'm donating. I'm creating a scholarship fund. I'm gonna be partnering with different HBCUs and empowering my youth and realizing that my deeds is not for me. It's for as you give to the world, they give back. And I have to look and say, okay, it's the operations and the partnerships and the institutions that I'm now becoming recognized with that I can do deals with and build relationships with and be able to grow with. So now it's like, yo, man, you able to operate and you got a relationship with these HBCUs. You got operations with the government. You got operations with different banking institutions on ways that you've maneuvered on how to build these relationships out, right? Relationships is worth more than money. I'm looking at that and realizing, okay, I need bigger relationships. And I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't even know if I should say that out loud. I shouldn't even be telling y'all that. Now I'm slick giving y'all a mentorship session. I'm giving y'all a game. But I'm saying this because I'm not procrastinating. You're going to see me work. You'll get to see me work. 2024, you'll see me work. But will the world see you work? The thing that you're supposed to do, will you execute now? Will this be your season? I need y'all to win now. I don't want you to hear, yo, man, 5 years from now, I got a couple years and it's good. No, you don't. I need you to win now. I need you to win tomorrow. The things that have to change, they need to change now. Look around. I don't want to live like this no more. Change it now. I want to live luxury. I want to live. Change it now. Start doing the shit that needs to happen to change it now. Man, I ain't got the income, man. My job don't pay me enough to live, in a place or in a neighborhood that I want to live in. And go change your job. Stop waiting. You know it's not gonna last. It's not gonna work. This is not gonna work. This situation, me working here, doing this, is not gonna work. If you run a business and your business can't help you scale, you can't scale this business to multiple millions, then quit and start another one that can. Be real with yourself. If you say it can scale, I just need to do this, then just do it. But I need you to execute now, and like life is now. They be like, yo, live today like it's your last. Live like it's your last. Put it on the table, because if it ain't living like, yo, this is my last day, but realizing that this is my last day, because whatever actions and the things that I start today, this is the last day that I have to do it in the physical as of now, in the present. I got to do it now, because guess what? It can compound for tomorrow to make it better. It can compound the next day to make it better. Oh man, yeah, I'm not happy with all these things. Okay, but I identified, now I'm working on them. But I'm working on it every single day. I'm not saying, okay, I'm just gonna wait a week. Because every single time I wait a week, or man, you know what, next month, that's gonna be my month. Next year gonna be my year. Some of y'all waited and was like, yo, 2024 gonna be my year, and it's February, and it ain't been one of your days yet. You ain't won a day yet. You allowing stress to sit in on you. You allowing, worries to sit in on you. You're allowing everything in your life that don't work to sit in on you, instead of going out fighting it. It's realistically a fight with everything that you do in life. Every battle that you go through is you versus that battle, and you got to fight it. And you got to fight. Not only is it fighting the battle, but you got to fight your approach and your outlook on it. You got to be able to fight your approach and your outlook on it. It matters. It changes everything. And that's why I challenge you guys to just not procrastinate. I know nobody's above it. Nobody's above procrastination and things, and slow moments and times where you need time to yourself. Don't confuse procrastination with self-care. Sometimes you have to slow down for yourself and give you what you need to be the better version of yourself. Sometimes you got to slow down to hurry up. 100%, I agree. But just identify a time where you're going, this is my self-reflection. This is my self-identifying. This is my time where I'm internally working, and I know I'm not doing anything. But I know it. Not, okay, I'm supposed to be doing something and I'm not doing it. That's the difference. Sometimes it's, you know what? I ain't ready. I'm not ready to do it. There's other things that I have to do to get ready. But make sure you're doing the other things that's needed. When you say I need to take time to self-reflect and look into who I am and look into my personal self, don't use that as an excuse. Be self, make sure you actually operating in that capacity, looking and doing the things that you're supposed to do, making it count. Every day should count. Whether if it is that time, it's okay. Don't think, oh man, I gotta work, I gotta go grind. Nah, it's okay sometimes to sit back. It's okay sometimes to chill. And then there's times where you go, nah, I gotta get to it. And I know I gotta get to it. But it's always something that has to be done. It's never a time where where there's no movement. Self-care and self-development and self-reflection and healing and all of those things that's still forward movement because you have to be it needs your attention. It needs your thought. It needs your brain power. You have to think about those things too. That's one of the main things I look at in my life is that I have to think about everything that happens. Everything that happens. My wife told me today, you need an assistant. Like, you need to go get a new assistant ASAP. And I was like, I do, but I can't. Right now, everything in my life that's happening, it needs my attention. I realize, and I got rid of a lot of people around me. I have to look and control and put my thoughts on everything. I don't got time. I can't. It's one to two people I got that could make a decision, and I go, okay. And there's still a capacity of which those decisions get made in. Because there's certain capacities I be like, I have to be there. I have to make every decision in that because this on me. She's like, and she was like, yeah, I get it. Because right now, when it's a lot of moving parts, you can't just, I know I can't bring somebody else in. And if I did bring somebody in, all it would allow me to do is go procrastinate or slow down and do something else. Nah, when I have to be attentive now, it's forcing me to be active. It's forcing my hand to be exhausted. It's forcing me to work and work through every single little detail. Get taking extra calls that I probably shouldn't be taking. But my involvement is pushing the needle much faster, much more accurate. The shit is getting done how it's supposed to because of my involvement. And I know that. And bringing somebody else in will kind of allow me to procrastinate and just put it off on somebody else. Or are they supposed to do it? Or they got to do this and get it done and get it done good now. That's like really where I'm at in my business. And I think sometimes you look and people go, yo, I want to get to a point where I can work on my business, not in my business. I had a year working on my business, not in my business. Now I'm in my business. That year, I was working on my business. Last year, I worked on my business. A lot of people see it or could tell, could feel it. The industry could feel it. Now I'm working in it. Now I'm working in my industry. And it's only been a few weeks and everybody can already feel it. And I'm like, damn, I ain't even did nothing yet. Like, everything else is like loaded. But this is how it works. This is how life goes. And I know, like, yo, I can't procrastinate. I'm coming out. We got this weekend. We'll be in Nashville. I got a comedy show. We got a conference. And then we got a Super Bowl party. Taking over Nashville. We did it in 2-3 weeks. And it's members only. Probably be about 300 to 500 people there. Let's just go connect. Let's go build. Let's go do something good in the community. We in Tennessee. Let's go. Quick. I ain't procrastinating. I ask you is that what are things, sometimes things can get put in place that allow you to procrastinate too. And sometimes you need to eliminate them. Some of y'all hire too many people just so you don't gotta do nothing. You put too many people in place or you put things in place so you don't gotta do nothing. Some of y'all work a 9 to 5 so you don't gotta hustle on your side hustle like you supposed to. Ooh, shit. Some of y'all got a job, so you ain't got to hustle and work and grind as hard on your business and that entrepreneurship journey like you say you want to. You got a side hustle, entrepreneurship. You got your own business or something on the side, and you work a 9 to 5. Your business generates okay money, but it don't generate enough money to keep you secure and it's not stable enough. And you work a 9 to 5 because it's stable, but you won't quit the 9 to 5 because it allows you to take your time and say, I'm building my business. I got time to do it. Quit your job and go blow your business up and make your business take care of you and do what it's supposed to. Make it become your security net. Things change, but we got to be willing to change and put ourselves in like those sometimes uncomfortable positions, not dangerous positions. It's a difference. You don't quit a 9 to 5 when you don't got no income and nothing else to do. You don't just quit, right? But when you got something that can grow and take it to the next level, and you know that you're doing it, and it realistically it already could replace this opportunity, but the reason why it's not going how it's going because you ain't working hard and you relying on this level of comfort. Sometimes you got to quit and stop procrastinating because guess what? A year from now, you put all your effort into that business that's already generating capital, that you already see the potential and knowing what you need to do, but you just don't do it because you're going, man, my job conflicts with it. Cool, quit the job. But now you got to go execute and do everything you said you was going to do. A year later, I guarantee you, if you work and you grind hard and you apply yourself and you really put the effort into it day in, day out, you look up and you a 10x what you expected. I've never put effort into anything and regretted it later. Like, man, I put all that effort to it, man, it didn't go how I wanted. Like, nah, it's like, yo, I always learn and take something away from it. I always learn and take something away from it, whether I'm growing on the way that my outlook on it, my understanding on it has grown, and now it's a tool under my belt that I can use and pivot to use on something else. I never put effort into things and be like, oh man, that was it was a waste, man. I didn't get nothing out of that. Nope, I always win. Always win. Always go to the next level. But at the same time, if something doesn't work, you know why I'm able to go to the next level? Because I'm not going to beat a dead horse. When it's done, it's done. If this doesn't work how I wanted it to, I'm figuring out what needs to happen to get me to the destination I want to get to. I'm not waiting to see if this is going to go, oh man, is this ship going to sink all the way to the bottom? No, I'm not going to sit there and wait. No, I got to go to work. And I'm going now. Boop, let's shift gears, pivot, boop, keep going. But you can't wait. Let me see what's going to happen. A lot of times we have issues with that. Is that we wait and we wait and we wait to hope for change or hope something's going to happen when we know what it is already. Some of y'all know you in business and or whatever it is that you do, you ain't good at it. Imagine being a realtor and knowing you don't know how to sell houses, knowing you don't know how to go get clients, knowing you ain't a people person. You just can't get it right. It's just not working. But you don't want to go do something else because you stuck on your ways. I'm gonna be a realtor. I want to sell houses. And you're like, man, I just got to get one client. You're like, yo, it don't work. You just like the name. You like the title. But you procrastinate on doing something else and moving the needle and furthering yourself, furthering your development, furthering your growth, and opening your mind and say, okay, well, what can I do? What else can I try to work into? You wait and you'll hold on to something that's comforting or that can help you get by, but not flourish to where you really want to be. I hope that makes sense. That one was a little, I hope that makes sense. When I say I'm gonna run that back, I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper on that. We get involved in things that we know have great potential, but we know we don't possess the attributes and the things that's needed to fully exert it. And you know it. And you know you're running on a wheel that will never go because of certain things that it's just not in you. Realizing who you are is a part of the battle. I can't sing. Even if I learned how to use auto tune and do things, if I chased a career of trying to be a singer, knowing you can't sing, it's not you. You couldn't perform. You're not a great dancer. It's just certain things I'd be like, yeah, that's not for me. And I know it's not for me. Even if I love it, I'm not gonna be great at that. I love playing basketball. I ain't going to the NBA. I'm not going to feed my love for basketball if I know it's not going to get me to the level of which I want to get to and use it as a tool. I love playing basketball. Okay, you can play pickup here and there. But imagine if through high school, I would have tried to chase my college basketball dreams and try to go to college and play basketball and try to make it to the NBA. And I spent 7, 8 years chasing it. Then after I'm trying to go to the G League or D League, whatever this thing is called, and I'm trying to play overseas. And I know I don't have the attributes. I'm only 6'1". I would have to be extraordinary to make it. By the time I was 22, 23, I probably had already realized. But what happened is that I didn't want to give up. And since I didn't want to give up on my dreams, I kept chasing it. And I'll spend an extra 4 or 5 years chasing it. Some of you guys are doing that in business and in your life, is that you're chasing something that you know ain't gonna never come to fruition, but you're scared to pivot to something else that you know you need to pivot to. You know you need to do something else. You know you need to change career paths. You know you need to change something in your life, but you procrastinate, thinking like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna give it another year and see how it go. Newsflash: it didn't work last year. It's not gonna work this year. You've been doing it 5 years. It don't work. Stop procrastinating. Switch gears. Make the change. Some of y'all got to make the change, and you procrastinate because comfortable, or you're fearful. You don't think you're worthy. You don't think you're great enough, or you don't want to do something new. You're worried about what the outside world is going to see or what they're going to perceive you as, who you think you are. Or, oh man, you ain't playing ball no more. They're going to think that now they can all see you that oh man, you failed as a basketball player, or you failed as this, and man, you what you was doing must not be working no more. Newsflash: whether they tell you that or not, and whether they think it or not, the truth is the truth. You just gotta live with it. The truth is gonna be the truth. What happens is, do you truly believe you have greatness in you? And if you do, then allow your greatness to come out no matter what. And along the journey, anybody who looks at you or judges you and gets to see your journey, when the greatness comes out, they will clap. They will salute. They will kiss the ring, because they'll see what you went through. They'll see that you transitioned, that you had the courage to do it when most people don't. And they see you grow. Don't think people don't see you failing when you failing. You may think, oh man, I've been a realtor so long, but people can tell when you're failing. They can see when you're failing, and they can see when you're excelling. Put yourself in a position to excel and win for real. Don't procrastinate because you think nobody can see. They can see. You worried about them judging you doing something different. They judging you off of doing the same thing. You just comfortable there. Do what you need to do, be who you need to be, and do everything in your power to become the best version of yourself. Do everything in your power to kill it every day with anything that you're doing in life. This ain't strictly about business. I know it's wealth therapy. I be talking about money all the time, but I think sometimes on your spiritual side, sometimes on your personal development side, as well as in your business side, have to be on it. Gotta pay attention, and you gotta be very intentional about the things that you do, how you do it, and make sure it's progress, not just action. Make sure it's progressive. Make sure you're progressing. Make sure you're progressing towards being who you want to be, achieving the goals that you've set out for yourself. And you'll look up and you'll be in blew past the goals that you ever thought that you could set out for yourself. I wanted to be able to pay my house off that was $250,000. And I was like, yo, I was scared. When we bought our first house, I was scared. I'm like, man, I'm an entrepreneur. I got a 30-year loan. I was like, how long do businesses last? I was like, damn, man, am I going to make it 5 years like this, 20 years like this? I started progressing. I did things that would make progress because I'm like, I wanted to get it off me. I did things that gave me forward progress. I look up now and I go, shit, you don't be worried. You got a $5 million house. You were scared in a $250,000 house. But the progress, but what happened throughout my progress is that I started to understand and get belief in myself. I started to see what I'm capable of. I started to see what I can do. I realized sometimes your back get against the wall. When your back get against the wall, okay, you make something shake. You make things happen. You're going to be okay. I don't procrastinate when it comes to my life. I'm okay, let's go. Let's work. Let's go. Let's go. But because I didn't procrastinate, because I was fearful, but I fought it instead of letting it cause procrastination and causing me to stay stagnant and not grow, it gave me the ultimate confidence in myself. It gave me the ultimate confidence to be who I am today. To be like, nah, ain't nothing in this world I can't handle. Ain't nothing in this world I can't tackle. I can figure it out. But that confidence came from me looking and going, okay, let me make forward momentum in a progressive manner and don't wait and procrastinate on nothing. Listen, y'all, wealth therapy. We got hurdles that we got to overcome. We're going to overcome them together. Procrastination is one of them. We didn't cover a lot, but I hope this helps somebody. I know it helped me, but I hope it helps somebody. Yo, listen, we can't procrastinate. Let's kill it. Everybody out there, I'll see y'all in Nashville. We'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, February 9th through the 11th. All my recession-proof members come. It's a free event. All my EYL University members come. It's a free event, free weekend for everybody. I hope I see y'all there. Links is in the Facebook group. Links is in the app to be able to register. It's completely free. I hope I see y'all in Nashville. But this is it. Another episode of Wealth Therapy in the books, y'all. Listen, every single Wednesday, y'all know where we're going to be at. Let's get it. Anything you want in this world is dependent on. Everybody wants to be wealthy. Everybody wants to get money, but why? I did $25 million the last 2 years. I come from nothing. You gotta move with urgency. You gotta take action. You gotta act.
Some of y'all too scared to tell people, fuck you.
Ride big, ice big, nice crib. Wife big, started out just sweeping flows. Now Fat Boy the CEO.
Everybody want to stand out. You can't be the same and be different. You'll never be the best in your industry if you do what everybody else doing. You know you got the mindset. You know you got the ambition. It's just you haven't got the fuck up. Either I'ma do this shit and execute, or I'ma fucking die.
The talk is wealth, and them dripping sauce. This time we do for self.
I never knew getting money would affect me mentally.
How many of you guys want to be multi-millionaires and create a legacy and a brand? We ain't in this for clout. We out here to get money. It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
It's my wealth therapy.